everybody, it is patch time once again in Infinity Nikki. This time it is 2.1. I believe it is the shortest patch that we're ever gonna receive, so I don't expect there to be much in it. Still, there's quite a few items for sale, from what I know, especially with reruns. It means that there's quite a lot of things to pull for. Not quite a lot of pull income if, you know, you're looking to amass some pulls, because once again, this is a very, very, very short patch. So I'm kind of looking forward to seeing what's in the store, and also the new story. The side activities I'm not like too into, so this is kind of what I'm gonna be exploring today. I'm gonna be doing the whole patch story, whatever it is, and I'm gonna take a look at all the things for sale and whether or not I like them. So hopefully you're gonna stick around. I'm gonna be cutting down the footage so that you don't need to watch like 3 or 4 hours or however long I'm gonna spend here. So yeah, hopefully this video is enjoyable, and if you have already experienced the patch, please tell me how you feel about it in the comment section down below. Because I am already here doing my housing dailies, we have new free furniture, as in furniture that costs Astrolite, that fresh home decor and comfortable home decor. I think it's nice that there's photo frames, because you can hang whatever you want into those. From the rest of this, I think I don't mind the sofa chair and the footstool. They look kind of interesting. Maybe the afterglow frame. And in here, I do like how comfy this sofa looks like. But for the rest, I'm not... It's kind of this like old-timey, outdated hotel feel. So I don't really feel too enthused about the free furnishings. Oh, this is new. They actually introduced a slow eat mode for animals. I do appreciate that. The amount that I spend on just feeding my animals is kind of really ballooned over time, so if I can just make them eat slower, that would be appreciated, so I like this. Okay, time to take a look at paid furnishings. Now, not gonna lie, I do like that one. I do like the timekeeper's clock. But that would eat up 680 of my stellarites for a while. No. About these ones, not too sure. A lot of these are, well, they're like things like a giant tent or a smaller tent. And sure, they are Itzalan themed, but considering that it's outside furnishings and not inside furnishings, it's kind of like, eh. I do have quite a lot of Dreamland stones as it is, so we're gonna see at everything else for sale, and then I'll decide if I want to lock 680 of my stellarites up for like 2 weeks, because I'm certain that I can absolutely earn it back, so that's not even gonna be a problem. It's just... yeah, well, I'll think about it.
We begin with a magical encounter between a king.
Please stop. I wish that... This looks really familiar. First of all, I wish that I didn't have to get the same intro to Mira journey every single time. But secondly, I almost feel like I have a cloak that looks like this. I don't know why. Also, holy shit, 22 days and 13 hours. This is gonna be such an incredibly short patch cycle. I already have some of these completed, so I think they're gonna speed people up. Because one of the things that you don't want is Mira journey that's impossible to finish. But holy monkey's cow. That is a very... Did you guys remove any levels, or are we just gonna... I feel like we're gonna have to rely on the face task boosters really, really heavily. Because otherwise, it's 90 levels in 22 days. I'm not even sure if this is, like, doable. I'm not super into the cloak, but I always get the battle pass, mainly because of all of the nice things, like blings and thread of pure. Well, I don't get the battle pass if I'm short on money, or if I don't like what's currently happening in the game, but normally I get the battle pass, and that's for, like, things like energy crystals and extra diamonds and even, like, upgrade materials. It's just a nice thing to have, but the cloak this time around is really, really basic. Next time, it's banner time. Next time? I mean, it is banner time. So first of all, they're doing a couple of reruns, which for me is confusing because this is 1.0 and this is 1.2. And there is another rerun coming in the second half of this incredibly short patch. But what I'm trying to say is that I don't actually know what their rerun schedule is like. And I think I'm gonna make a separate video about that. Not like a rude one or whatever, it's just... I would really like to know when can I expect reruns? Because I would have expected that 2.0 would get reruns for 1.0, 2.1 for 1.1, and it doesn't seem to be the case because we're getting 1.0 and we're getting 1.2 patch items side by side. How much of this I have? Okay, I have one outfit out of 2. She is pretty. But I will say this, I haven't found myself using this outfit all that much, so I'm fine with leaving her. Now, this one is one that I am debating. I don't know. The thing is, the income for this patch is so incredibly low. And I know that there's another rerun coming, and it's probably for a 5-star in the second half of the patch after 11 days. So probably I'm gonna skip. Probably. Like, she's not bad. But also I feel like not entirely my style. Like, I would try and re-dye to maybe hide the effects on the fabric itself to make it more unicolored. I know people said that this dress dyes really, really, really well. It's just... I'm used to the release giving us a lot, and then drip feeding beginning. I do expect us to get quite a lot for Chinese New Year as well, so 2.2. Most likely, I expect us to get quite a significant amount from 2.5, but it won't be quite the amount of pulse that we got for 2.0. So I expect the drip feeding to begin, which means that suddenly I'm gonna get very, very incredibly selective about what I'm pulling, even though if you can see, like above me, I have quite the amount of currency. Because my targets right now is to finish Wings of Wishes, because I have 4 out of 10 items for that one. So whenever that rerun comes, that's gonna be about 100 pulls right there and then. And then I might want a full Evo from 2.2. If it doesn't appeal to me, then maybe from 2.3 and onwards. So like, I want to keep enough pulls for 1 full Evo and to finish Wings of Wishes. Just the base outfit. And at the moment, I would kind of fall short, but I'm like, look, by the time we get to 2.2, there's gonna be like extra pulls. I probably can make it on this plan that I have in my brain, but also it means that I am gonna be incredibly selective when it comes to pulling. I'm interested in seeing this thing up close. Mainly because when they put her into adverts, one of the things that I didn't get is the alternative details. Like, I couldn't see the difference. So, it's fairy vibes. Now that I'm looking at the outfit up close, it's definitely not my thing. I've seen very mixed reactions about this. Like, the people that I'm talking in private with was like, oh no, absolutely not pulling. And then the social media was like super hyped for it, especially considering the see-through socks. I think a lot of people like the see-through socks, a lot of people like that this is a fairy, but the wings on the back are situated on her butt, and they're tiny, together with this, whatever this big flap of fabric even is. And this just comes off odd, like this layer of fabric variation on the top of her skirt. It's just, I don't know. I feel like if I was to pay 5-star prices, I can likely get something better. So, like, completely fine with whoever is gonna really love and enjoy her. I can see why. Info does great jobs at outfits, but like, this is so not my thing. Like, skipping this is the easiest thing to do. What? So she gets a longer skirt at the back and loses some fabric layers? That's all that I can see happening here. Yeah, the final evolution for this is very underwhelming. And then you can also get her in yellow. And then we have a Renaissance page boy? Like, look, if you want some very colorful pieces, this would probably be right up your alley. But it's not up mine. So it's... when it comes to outfits displayed here, it is such an easy skip. Okay, so that's... what even is this? Perhaps if it grew wings, she could fly back to that night it had guarded. As the wind blew through the forest, she leaned against the warmest fir in the world, dreaming a dream from which she would never wake. It looks like wings, but at the same time they don't flap. So it's just giving me fabric. That's the most minimalist shoes that I've ever seen, so if you are into feet, you will love this. I really understand the love for misty socks. Misty socks do look really cool because it makes your feet go see-through. So I do appreciate that, but yeah, this... I don't know what opinion for you this holds. Like, do you love the new 5-star? Do you hate it? Please tell me. Because I do think that I've seen a lot of very positive sentiment towards it, and that is fine. It's just, it is completely not alluring me in, which is perfect because I didn't want to spend pulls this patch cycle unless Wings of Wishes come back. So, good thing that me and game are in agreement this time around. Oh, I just visited my compendium and we are getting handhelds for things that we haven't had as handhelds before. And for me, that was the 2 new bows, so I can run around with bows, I guess. Cool. Nice. Ooh, I get a book from a previous banner. Now, this is a lot more my thing than those, so yeah, I dig a book handheld. That's pretty cool, actually. Thank you, Infold. Starlit Shop time! You know, one of the things that I hate is that I know that these things, you won't be able to recolor them because the game is always mean like that and you can't recolor the Starlit items. But otherwise, they look kinda cute. Like, I ain't mad. I ain't mad. Especially the full-on dress. I feel like I could definitely find a use for the full-on dress. Though I will say, I designed quite a few outfits that I'm running around in this patch cycle right now, and I really don't want to, like, switch them, but nah. This is... The limited time Starlit Shop is pretty cool, actually, and I don't think that there's anything new in the permanent one. It's shop time, and we have another top-up event. I think that this one in comparison is pretty small. I've gotten 680 for £10, which was the battle pass. So I need about £5 more for the full outfit. Let me just show you something, guys. I have very clearly overspent last month. And also, if we go here to, I think it was treasure, I have monthly gifts remaining for 108 days at the moment. Simply, it was Christmas. I have gifted myself the horned 4-star, and I did buy some top-up packs for that. I bought a lot of monthlies. In total, I think I spent 60 to 65 pounds. But that was my gift for myself for the end of the year, and I've gotten the 4-star top-up outfit full evolution. And the skirt is absolutely glorious, and I designed this whole outfit around this skirt. So when I say that the top-up this time around doesn't seem like your clothes items end at 15 pounds. So compared to 60 pounds, there is like a stark difference in there. I'm not entirely sure that I want this to become a running thing. I suppose if it is small enough to only be like 15 pounds in size every month, that's not entirely too bad, but it is kind of like monetization creeping in. Ah, that cup is kind of cute. Okay, that cup is like really cute. So that's cool. Now, mind you, I really don't mind getting diamonds back. Like, if no outfits were tied to it, and it wasn't feeding on like people's FOMO as badly as these events normally feed on people's FOMO, if you were just all like, get a refund in diamonds, I would be like, sure, mate, that just means that you're offering people more for their money. So, like, I would entirely not mind that, but at the current system, it's a bit, nah, if you're gonna be doing it every patch, it feels like monetization creeping in, if you know what I mean. I want to calculate this. 29 cents. £1, 28 cents. I do want this, by the way, because I want this thing. Whatever it is. It looks like it's gonna be splayed out weird on anything that doesn't have a big skirt. But I kinda wanna have this. And more importantly, I do want the makeup. So we were at £1, 28, right? This is £2.49. Why can't they just round it up? I know that doesn't... So, £3. Apparently my brain stopped responding. £3. Come on, brain. 77. £3.77. And then the last tier gives you decoration, a photo prop, and some crystals. I don't want the last tier, I just want £3.77. So I'm gonna be purchasing these in a little bit because I wanted the floral cascade and I also wanted the makeup because I'm always collecting all the makeup. This is so far a bit cheaper than I thought it was gonna be. I'm probably gonna just pick up some stellarites to round it up to £5 so that I can get the rest of the 3-star outfit. So this is more makeup. I don't know how I feel about this. I suppose it's cute, but I don't need this. And this is what? Dual action. Why can't we preview single outfits? Single actions, just dual actions. I mean, I might get it, but it's another thing where I'm like, eh. Like, I'm into Momo cloaks, but I'm not... I have fancy Momo cloaks. I don't need, like, the opposite of a fancy Momo cloak. I do actually want the makeup, so let's just go ahead and pick up, because once again, as I said, I am a permanent makeup collector. I will always have use for more makeup, so that's fine. But I think that that's the only thing that I actually want from here. Because, yeah, there's a decoration and like a couple of... a couple of like emotes, but... Do I need this, even though it's only 450 diamonds? No, not really. Do I need this cloak? No, not really. Now, outfits will be in clothing, right? We have a returnee. We have a returnee from 1.0, which is once again, I'm telling you guys that reruns are kind of random right now. We have several returnees, so these two are entirely new. And all of these are returnees. And these are the outfits that I never purchased, even though I still have access to them. If I click purchase, how divided this is? I mean, it's not too bad, but I don't know if I would ever even use it. So it's kind of like... Yeah, it's here. I could get the 60 Stellarite ones, because 60 Stellarites are practically nothing. But at the same time... You know, do I really... I suppose I do like to have an obnoxious collection of coats. So this one is probably a yes. 300 Stellarites are a harder thing to convince me on. I need to see her back. Is that strap attached to the dress? Yes, it is. Why am I checking for that? Because the bigger coats that I have, one of the issues that I had the previous patch when I did pick up a dress that's small that would fit under my bigger coats, which is the reason why I would be picking up dresses like these. The strap kind of just... It swings out of the coat, like it clips through it, which means that even though the dress is very form-fitting, you can't necessarily use it for the reasons that I would want to use it for. Yeah, I'll grab this one. I don't mind. I have plenty of Stellarites at the moment. And more specifically, anything that adds to my coat collection is a go. Honestly, that neck accessory is pretty sweet, mostly because it looks kind of... I don't know, it looks like very... It's... I don't want to call it cringe, but kitschy, maybe? Like, it's over the top, it's kind of plastic, but I think that's her point. So, yeah, the top, the small top, the jacket, and the neck accessory, I can see myself using. Maybe the bag, if I really want to laugh. And I think that is all that I need from the store. Wow, I feel like... I thought I would be do more things, apparently not. So what I'm gonna be doing is I'm gonna finish this, and then I'm gonna see how much off am I from last tier of this outfit. And then I can actually go. Another thing, while I dislike these kind of tiered things, one of the things that I dislike even more is that you need to check them out one at a time. Like, this is an extremely annoying system, and like, for the millionth time in full, just like, do something about this, because this is an very inconvenient way of checking out. At the very least, give me like a proper shop basket. Hey, this is the makeup. You actually need to claim all of these things from your backpack. I don't know why they did that. It is a little bit awkward, but you know, as long as you can find it, it works, I guess. And honestly, the checkout in order to get to the whole outfit was so awkward, the whole top-up outfit. Mainly because I had to spend just over £4 as I got a tiny bit of Stellarites, like 60 Stellarites, but I still had ×2 bonus because it reset with 2.0. And then I also ended up having to buy a singular pull for like 50p in order to just, you know, get all my things sorted. But now I have it. Now I have it. So if we went to custom look over here, we can rank it by recent. So that's the full outfit. And this thing that's an outwear. This is gonna be so awkward because it's not form conforming. But if I have any dress that's about this size or bigger, then I imagine it might be... It might be fun. And then like, I have this, which is definitely a lot of fun from the way that it looks. Where is our makeup? Why am I trying to showcase makeup on Nikki wearing sunglasses? Like, that makes absolutely zero sense. Where are my glasses? There we go. Thank you. So we have this, which honestly, she's serving bitch face. I don't mind. That eye makeup is really over the top. And we have this. Whoa, her lips are green. I don't mind this, I guess. Let's back out, let's not save. Let's enter and figure out, do I have any dress that's even remote? This one is remotely more poofy. How much poof do you need? Okay, that still doesn't look natural. You need quite a lot of poof for that. That one's really laggy. I'll probably be remaking... I don't know what it is about Providence Immemorial in particular, because I can have this veil with this look, and it will be fine. But the moment it is on Providence Immemorial, she lags like a bitch, which probably means that I'm just gonna be abandoning this outfit. Oh, I kinda like this. I kinda like the boho friggin' outwear covering, so that's pretty cool. Yeah! More obnoxious coats from me. But yeah, that's pretty wide. So I have a wide dress, right? Let's go on to a look that is not gonna lag like a bitch. Let's do by quality, and let's try a couple of things. First of all, let's try you. Let's try Timeless Melody. I think Timeless Melody might match the width. Are you going through the outfit? No, it is lying on top. So yeah, Timeless Melody is about the perfect width for this, and the perfect height for this. But it also has quite a lot of details, so I'm not entirely sure that I would actually use this. On red, you can't see it kind of bobs through. That's really annoying. I have another idea, which is Wishful Rosa. Barely. Not quite. Sort of. Well, on the pink, it could go on the pink one. That could be sort of cute. I don't think it's going through Wishful Rosa all that much. And yeah, with the pink one, it does kind of look like a cute little decoration. So it goes with Wishful Rosa. If anyone needed to hear that. What about Sea of Stars? Ah, Sea of Stars is already too small. This one, way too small. So effectively, for this item, because the measurements have to be so incredibly specific, I ended up with an item that I can use to measure the poof of other items. Like, how poofy they are, or how poofy they're... Ooh. Okay. Okay. It goes quite well with the moth outfit. Yeah, this is pretty. This is genuinely pretty. It also goes quite well with Whispers of Bliss. At the very least, it lies exactly where it should be lying. So we have learned a lot today. One of the things is that only get this thing if you're into poofy dresses. This is me trying to figure out where I'm gonna use it live. It doesn't lie too badly on her on her birthday dress. Like, am I lying to myself? But no, I think it could actually sort of pair with her birthday dress, but the amount of things that it can actually pair with is rather low compared with the amount of things that it can't pair with. So, listen here. I'm gonna... What about you? Looks kind of funny, but I suppose it lies at about the right height. So what I'm gonna be doing right now is I'm gonna go away and I'm gonna rebuild my Providence Immemorial outfit to instead probably have the moth dress and the overcoat. Just because that's what I kind of want to do at the moment. And then I'm gonna see you for the story of the patch. Yeah! Okay, I should probably stop just decorating my Nikki by this point, because if anyone asks me how the patch went, my answer currently would be, oh, you know, I logged on, paid money, then spent 1.5 hours making an outfit, and yeah, that's all that I've done today. How many iterations of the same outfit can you get through if you spend extra time on it? Oh, like a million, why do you ask?
Up ahead. We found her.
I do like these mushrooms. I feel like... Honestly, I never even opened mail, so I don't even know who Halseti is, or why is he looking for her. That the quest just kind of appeared, and I went with it. I think that I somehow managed to match magic mushrooms. And I don't know, should I be happy about this or concerned? But anyway, I'm pretty sure that I am dressed absolutely perfectly for magic mushrooms. Gonna put this as a temporary snapshot. I matched the magic mushrooms. Yippee! Yay! Perfect. Now I can actually proceed with the quest. Now, first of all, I should probably actually go to this menu, just so that I do it in the right order. There's an urgent matter, and I would like to ask for your help. We haven't been able to reach Captain Ada. She hasn't replied to any of her messages. The material said she needs to confirm we're almost at the deadline. The guild has been very busy. Can you search for Ada? She went to the Forest of Slumber not long ago. There we go. Now it makes sense that we talk to Ada. Now the quest is in the proper order. Hello. Don't freeze.
It's about to fall into eternal sleep, but my research, it's not finished. I haven't gotten to tell its story yet.
That's a shame, but I'm pretty sure dying kind of supersedes your story.
Everything will fade into silence. There's no time. It's too late.
That is how death works. Can you please think about dying and not your research?
Are you okay, Miss Ada? What do you mean it's too late?
Oh, a girl and her furry friend. Please excuse me. I'm quite all right. I've just finished reading this poem and my heart feels a bit heavy.
You kind of have actual work to do.
Poem?
You haven't read it? That might be for the best. Perhaps the gods wish to spare you from this sorrow.
Right.
The folks we passed earlier. Did this poem make them sad too? Farewell and the Forest of Slumber. Are those quotes from it or something?
The Forest of Slumber is on the edge of Elderwood Forest. It's the behemoth resting grounds. The farewell is about sending off the behemoths. I'm sorry, I can't help but cry when
Everything that lives dies.
Behemoths? Aren't they dangerous? How could everyone...
Miss Ada, could you show me the poem?
Oh, of course. Things might make more sense once you read it.
Nuts.
The land grows tired, its time draws near. As stars fade and fall, the forest's song we hear.
Oh, you want me to continue reading? Okay.
The withering
No, you can do it.
entrusted
Good.
to time. Feed our sprouting hopes, come rain or come shine. This poem, it's so sad and hopeful at the same time. It really makes you think, doesn't it?
Let the fallen leaves write the prologue of your parting. Though this moment was long foretold, though like you, I have never feared the shadows of death,
I
okay?
agree, Nikki. But it seems like everyone's only focusing on the sad parts and overlooking the hopeful ones.
The separation between the living and the dead is incredibly painful. A small spark of hope feels too fragile to bridge it.
The separation. I suppose you're right. Just thinking about it makes my heart
And
feel
do you guys
heavy.
not eat meat?
Maybe that's why the once terrifying behemoths seem a bit gentler in our memories.
That's right.
Behemoth seems like
It's
a prime
pity I
animal
didn't
to
have a
hunt
chance
around
to
here.
get to know it properly. That fur, pure as snow. Under the sunlight, it must have been.
I mean, otherwise it's the sentient mushrooms, and I don't think that that would be
Even
the best
told
thing to
Lee
eat.
That if I ever got the chance, I'd touch it myself and feel that softness firsthand.
Miss Ada.
A behemoth's rest is a long and poetic farewell. If you're curious, you can go see for yourselves in the Forest of Slumber. Oh, right. I'm getting ahead of myself. What brings you here?
Oh,
You're
yeah,
not
and
doing
listen,
your job.
Josetti said that the guild has a super important document that needs your signature. He hasn't been able to reach you, so he asked Nikki and me to find you.
Oh, I was so heartbroken I had forgotten to reply to him. I'll head to the guild and find him.
Let's head to the Forest of Slumber, Nikki. We can hear the forest song just like the poem says.
Oh, well, that's convenient. We're right here. Well, if you want to touch the dying, you could have just, like,
Where did this glimmer come from?
come over and done it.
Wait a sec. Was that cabin always there? I don't remember seeing it before. Glimmer landed on that book. Hold on. Is that...
A collection of poems?
Melody?
Look, the last time we touched a magical book, I had to do a lot of jumping puzzles inside the nauseating world. I'd rather we don't do that. There was a talking tree though, so that was pretty cool.
Huh? It went inside?
The land grows tired. Its time draws near. As stars fade and fall, the forest's song we hear. Hold on. Momo, doesn't this sound exactly like the poem Miss Ada gave us?
Is this a cry for help or?
Nikki! Ah!
What a lovely sunny day. Let's check out what the shroomlings are doing.
Okay.
This place... Momo? Momo?
I'm okay, Nikki. What happened? How did we end up here all of a sudden? Oh, that glimmer.
Let me go. I have to see the Frostborough behemoth. It's dying. I won't be in danger, I promise. Please, let me go.
Frostbow behemoth? Momo, let's go take a look.
I mean, he was there for a while. We were harvesting him for materials for ages.
The fading of life. It feels so heavy. Just knowing we can only stand by and watch it slip away. Powerless to
That
do
is how
anything.
life works, but I am very concerned that you guys are fetishizing death.
We should be grieving
Imagine
at a
you were
time
on your
like this.
deathbed and everybody
We
came
ought
in to
show
look.
some respect for those who have passed. What's a bard doing here?
Even
at a time
worse.
Like this? Just singing and playing like nothing's happened?
Imagine it's like gnomes
I mean, the
that
lyrics
come
sound
and
like
see
a
you en
mourning
masse
song for
because
the
compared to a
Frostborough
behemoth, people
But
are kind
shouldn't
of
that
small.
melody feel a bit more somber?
Maybe everyone's mood is rubbing off on me. Now my heart's aching.
Mine too. But that bard seems to be having a pretty different reaction, don't you think? Let's go talk to her.
Hey you, why do you come to the event of being a voyeurist of somebody's death and be happy? That is not allowed.
The intertwining streams of the forest, shining, shimmering in the dawnlight like teardrops.
She's just really into suffering, guys. Don't worry about it.
Like trembling dewdrops in the morning light. It keeps the poem's airy rhythm while adding a touch of gentle sorrow. Teardrops. Teardrops. You're right! It does fit. Thank you, miss. Oh, and your little round companion, too. Are you also here to bid it farewell?
Well, I was holding a book and it kind of swallowed me.
Oh, you must be passing through, I take it. Or stylists, perhaps? Such a shame. The Forest of Slumber isn't exactly the best place to find inspiration.
I don't know, you seem to be trying to
I'm
write
more
happy
likely for the
songs
Frostbell
inside
Behemoth's slumber.
somebody's funeral.
We've run into some strange things that we don't quite understand.
That's right. We planned to come straight here, but we saw this cabin right near the Forest of Slumber. We found this strange poetry collection inside, and before we knew it, we were here.
Nikki, Momo, a small cabin, a strange poetry collection. Well, whatever the case, since we're all here for the Frostbow Behemoth, that makes us friends.
I'm so not sure that that's how
Allow me to
relationships
introduce
work.
Myself. I'm Melody, a bard who roams this land. I am the forest's most devoted traveler. So you're Melody.
So anyway, we're both on
We
the
saw your name
supermarket
on the
right now.
poetry
That makes us
collection back at
friends.
the cabin. The cabin? Oh, yes! I call it my verse haven. Strange. I don't recall writing any poetry up there.
Alright. So, she's weird. People over here are also kind of weird. They throw celebrations for Behemoth's deaths, apparently, because they come off to see it off. And sing it to sleep, I guess. Which is cool, whatever. I'm crashing a funeral. Okay.
A behemoth? How did a young behemoth get here? Hey! Out of the way! Didn't they say there was only an old frostbow behemoth in the Forest of Slumber?
Wait a second. It's white. It's a young behemoth. How interesting. Behemoth evolution is highly dependent upon the survival of the fittest. Young behemoths that turn white are typically considered weaker compared to other varieties, leaving them little chance at surviving.
So we crashed the funeral and witnessed the birth.
Turned white I've ever seen. It also appears to have survived longer than other white young behemoths. I need to record this discovery immediately.
Don't come any closer! Help me!
Dude, he's like the size of a dog.
Watch out, Nikki! Don't worry. I'll protect you.
He's like the size of two Momos.
Okay, Momo. By the looks of it, this seems to be a fairly young, sprout-born behemoth. It's likely much less aggressive than a fully grown one. However, it's clearly agitated. We'll need to find a way to calm it down first. You're right. If it keeps running around like that, it might hurt itself, or put others in harm's way.
It really feels like, Nikki, please groom my sheep all over again. Oh wait, no, she's gonna, oh good, she's gonna play music, and I won't need to groom anybody.
It's no use. It's much too frightened. My poetry can only do
That
so
was not poetry.
Wait, I think I know what's wrong. The poor thing's caked in mud.
Oh, it is Nikki, groom my
That
sheep
might be what's
again.
making it so anxious.
Are you thinking what I'm thinking? It's the perfect time to use the animal grooming outfit.
Exactly.
Nikki,
Don't worry, Mel.
groom my
We can
sheep.
handle this. We'll just need your help.
Nikki, the grooming queen, to
I
the
can keep it
rescue.
distracted while you do the grooming. How does that sound, Miss Nikki?
Excuse me, I'm still in the wrong preset. There we go. I know that we're magic, but like, a thick coat like this would definitely require a bit more than just a tiny bit of a pat-pat. You would be there, like, really putting in the work.
Nikki, are you okay?
I'm fine, don't worry. The behemoth looked so scared while I was grooming it, but it never tried to attack me. I don't think it meant me any harm.
Don't worry, we're
This
just
young one is
domesticating a
quite bit
giant.
Smaller than an average sprout-born behemoth. Not only that, but it seems to have a familiar aura around it. Could it be related to the frostbow behemoth in the forest?
Wait. I think I know what it's trying to say. Could you repeat that?
Animal is universal, I guess?
Oh, human. Forest. Fell over. Help? Behemoth language is a little tricky, but I think I got the gist. It's asking us to head to the forest and help save the frostbow behemoth.
Melody, do you really think the frostbow behemoth in the
I
forest
think the dude's
is beyond
dying.
saving? Miss Nikki, do you know why we call it the frostbow behemoth?
Because it's white
Hmm.
and gray, I imagine.
That boughs. Is it because the horns that sprout from its head will eventually grow into the shape of tree boughs? Wow, good eye, Miss Nikki.
Sprouts symbolize new life. Every young behemoth is like a newly sprouted spring shoot, full of vibrant energy. That's why they're called sprout-born behemoths. As they grow older, the sprouts on their head grow strong, stretching into giant branches before withering away and falling off. Their fur becomes snowy white, and their towering horns spread out like branches in the wind. It's when the last flower on their branches withers away that their life comes to an end. For the behemoth, this is the circle of life. For you and me, the same can also be said. We too must meet our end one day.
Well, come on, Melody, we're gonna be
I see.
explaining death to a 3-year-old.
Melody, I still want to follow the young behemoth into the forest. What if there's still hope?
Hey, little one,
Maybe the
so...
Frostbow behemoth is just sleeping. No one's ever seen it themselves, right? Everyone only knows it from that poem.
All things have cycles, beginnings and ends, like leaves falling to the ground. It's something we can't change by will alone.
I like how she's all like,
You
Nikki,
must follow your
you
heart,
can't
Miss
cure
Nikki.
death. And
This
Nikki's like,
concept
watch
of
me.
life of yours.
To be fair, she is a god.
It's the most admirable thing about you.
Thank you, Melody. Then, would you like to come with us? Let's go, little one.
She's like, I don't want to get into the delusion of
The forest of
saving
slumber
people
is
from
still
dying
the
from
behemoth's
old age.
domain. Please be careful, Miss Nikki.
I've groomed like half this forest, it's fine.
All right then. I wish you luck on your journey.
I don't need it, trust me, I've groomed like half this forest.
Time to rest, time to keep the promises that we
Can I skip your song? Please? Thank you. Goodbye. Shoo shoo shoo. Shoo shoo. There we go. Now, I don't quite like my own gloves, so give me a second. Okay, and
All
now we
seems
have to
pointless.
walk the
Still
verses.
pursue. If the ending's already set, would you write it all the same? Momo, this is...
Nikki, look. What is that?
Oh cool, that's something new. I found the floor thing. Hello! Here's your dying uncle, I assume. I even write poetry. But honestly, when you're like, the focus of this patch is
You
death,
came back.
and here's a lot of poetry, it just...
So fast. I didn't even have time to react. Like waking up in the
It
middle
feels
of
a bit
dream,
pretentious.
except we weren't even asleep.
That silhouette we saw, that must have been the Frostbow behemoth, right? It feels like we were teleported back the moment we saw it.
Maybe it didn't want to be seen, so it sent us away? Behemoths don't have that kind of power, right?
I'm pretty sure we just climbed into a book and
Was
climbed out of
because
it, Momo.
poems or the glimmer?
Oh yeah, it might have been the glimmer. I mean, that's what brought us here in the first place, but why would it send us there, only to bring us back?
Fading summer, silent, lone, a season lost to view. If all seems pointless, will you still pursue?
Are we trying to cure death? That is a very honest question that I have right
Then
now.
it says, if new branches weep, if joy gives way to pain, if the ending's already set, would you write it all the same?
Hi, would you live if you knew that you were gonna die?
Goodness. A set ending. Still pursue?
Oh, Nikki, I think I get it now.
I think I do too. It's saying that everything is in vain because the ending was written long ago.
Living things die, like...
The more we struggle, the more sorrow we feel. Like tender sprouts that can never be seeds again. Or the hustle and bustle of midsummer coming to an end.
Is it talking about us trying to save the Frostbow Behemoth?
I'm pretty sure it's dying from old age. Like, you shouldn't be trying to stop that.
By trying to help.
But...
But life is so precious. And the young behemoth was so excited to invite us into the forest. Maybe we can help it.
That's right. We can't give up so easily. If we miss our only chance to help the Frostbow Behemoth, we'll regret it.
Do you know why CPR is banned on some people?
That drawing paper over there.
It's
Is
because
it of our response? Let's go
it
take a
won't
look.
bring meaningful quality of life. Like, if you are actively dying from a disease or from old age, you will be given a card that will explicitly say, do not perform CPR on this person. Because if they manage to bring you back, they're bringing you back into the same ailing body that's gonna be failing in the next couple of days, but now you're extra traumatized on top of that. So, like, the fact that Nikki grapples with the idea that life comes to an end and she wants to prolong it no matter what, that's, to me, that's not nice and hopeful vibes. I understand how this might come off differently if, let's say, you were 8 and the idea of death was fairly new to you, but if you have lived for some amount of time, you should understand what dying from an irreversible process means. It doesn't mean caught a cold, it doesn't mean we might be able to help it later, it means that's its full lifespan. Prolonging life at that point is just prolonging suffering. You're not doing anything meaningful outside of causing somebody else pain and patting yourself on the back. This is why we no longer do that. Nikki, you're supposed to be a uni grad. Surely you have experienced death in your life. Surely you know what death means. And surely you know what prolonging suffering means. These are not concepts that are hard to grasp. I would assume that adults would have already grasped it.
It's a strong, full-grown behemoth. The way it runs through the forest is so graceful. And look over there. It looks like a girl? There's some faint writing on the back of the paper. Looks like a few blurry lines of poetry. Through verdant years, we walked as one. Vines of light and
I thought that we have already established that we're just digging through Melody's book right now. Why are we doing this?
Wow, looks like a snowy mountain up close. Huh, its horns really do look like branches, don't they? And look at those tiny white flowers hanging from them.
Melody said that when the white flowers on a behemoth's horns wither away, its life is coming to an end. If you can see them, that means we still have a chance.
Do you want me to feed it grass? Will that help? Okay, if I'm wrong about it dying from old age, fair enough. If it's dying from injury or disease that we can treat, then sure. That whole rant of mine was entirely unnecessary. Maybe it's fine to have help sometimes. Maybe Nikki is right. I don't know. It's just, if it's like a 95-year-old and we're doing the equivalent of giving CPR, I'd rather we don't. But if it's like a 30-year-old behemoth and we're doing the equivalent of giving it cold medicine, I'd rather we do. You know, that's where I stand.
Don't worry, we're all here. Just tell us what you need us to do.
It says hello to both of us, and it wants to say thanks. It's asking if we can use these things it found earlier. These healing supplies to help...
Aw, that's its daddy!
It must be referring to this frostbound behemoth. Healing supplies.
Maybe it's white because his
Oh, I think I
daddy
found
is white.
A big pile of herbs, right?
Funny how fur genetics work.
It says Papa's body isn't as warm as it usually is, and it's been sleeping a lot more. Huh? It says when Papa sleeps, he cries out in pain. It's really worried. Papa hasn't spoken to it for days. It thinks Papa might be sick. It says it's seen many humans and trumlings before, and they all had magic jars?
I have full-on
When
magic
someone felt as
powers
bad
if that
as Papa,
counts. You don't
they
even
took out
need a
something
jar,
soft
you
that
just need
smelled
me.
nice to make them get better. So it thought if it could just find similar things, Papa would surely recover. It searched all around and gathered a bunch of them. But it doesn't know how to use them, so it needs to find someone who could help.
It remembered what healing looked like, and it's trying its very best to ease the Frostbow Behemoth's pain in the only way it knows how. Good job, little one. You've done so well.
Well done! We might not know of its physiology or actually what we need to do to heal that, but
It says Papa is really
good job for
important.
trying.
Papa took care of it when it was all alone and helped the little guy survive. Doesn't want to lose Papa. Papa's the best in the whole world.
Yeah, it's kind of normal not to want your parents to die.
It says it'll give all of its treasures to the person who's willing to help.
You and Papa are just like me and Momo. In human language, we call each other family.
Considering that he's calling the big behemoth
Family,
father, I think he
no matter
understands what
happens,
family is. Or
we can
maybe it's a
count on each
she.
other, and we'll see things through. Keep your treasures, little one. We'll do whatever we can to help you and Papa.
It would be kind of funny to go through tiny behemoth's belongings because... I'm sorry, I wouldn't want to take away its
Now let's take a
treasures,
look
that
at
would
these
sound
healing
really
supplies
mean.
and see if there's anything
But
we
I
can
would
use.
like to see them just to know what a treasure for a creature like this is. It's kind of like how crows have their own like version of treasures and it's majority of like shiny things.
Herbs, powders. These seem more promising. Nikki, what do you think?
Do we start just trying random medicine? Let's try herbs.
This little pouch is full of herbs. What about this one?
It says anti-insect and itch relief. Probably not useful for the Frostbow Behemoth. Let's keep looking.
We don't know, maybe it's suffering from an insect bite.
A handful of dried herbs? But they look the same as the ones in the pouch. These won't work either.
There's gotta be something in here.
Yellow bandage?
Bandage. Maybe we could use it? Then again, it probably won't do much to ease the frostbound.
How
behemoth's
about
pain.
magic? We can just...
That's fine.
Do we just make a doctor's outfit? Behemoth reinvigorator outfit, whatever that means.
How about this one? It smells really nice. Such a comforting scent.
This says rest powder. It's supposed to restore energy and help you feel refreshed. Sounds like the best option here, but...
Looks like we'll still have to figure something out ourselves. Still, maybe the rest powder can help the frostbound behemoth sleep more comfortably and ease its pain.
Right. And it might also
It would be
calm the young
helpful to
behemoth.
know whether it's a
Let's take it and
virus,
try it
whether
out on
it's
the
a
frostbound
bacterial infection, whether it is injured, whether it has internal bleeding. You know, there are quite a lot of things to ouchie, I'm
The closer
unwell.
we get, the more I see just how weak the frostbound behemoth really is. Even its voice sounds tired.
Well, I mean, we are giving it sleeping powder now.
It says, don't be afraid, and that Papa won't hurt us.
Yeah, I groomed it multiple times, so we will be fine.
We're not here to hurt you or the young behemoth. We're here to help. This is the medicine the young behemoth
I kind
needs.
of love its
You
nose.
take it. It should ease the pain.
Because it's
and
kind
help
of
you rest.
dog-like, but it's giant. Like, wouldn't you want to pat that?
Huh? It's... Huh? You don't need it. It's asking us to leave.
Leave? Why?
Oh, it's suffering from
It
depression!
says it's no use. It thanks us for our kindness, but it wants us to go before the young behemoth gets back. It'll tell the little one that it's already taken the medicine. It says that this is natural. It's the final stage of its life cycle. Sooner or later, every behemoth gets to this point. It's just worried about the young behemoth.
Aw, so it is like 95.
Nikki, should we...
Please, take this medicine and rest, Papa. I know you're worried. This way you can stay with the young behemoth for just a little longer.
We're just gonna try to cure old age, no big deal.
It says we're the strongest duo it's ever met. And that it'll always remember our kindness.
Seeing them snuggling together like this, I can't imagine how heartbroken the young behemoth would be if Papa were really gone.
I know. The young behemoth finally found someone like Papa. Now it might have to be all
It's the
alone
circle
again.
of life.
Just like the poem says, all our efforts will be in vain.
Nikki. Why do things have to die? If no one ever died, then we could always be together. No sadness, no grief.
And a major overpopulation problem besides, what are you gonna eat?
Ended, how would we know the depth of our love for one another? Melody.
Are you magic?
The glimmer sent us back to the little cabin again.
It's because we're reading a book.
If life never ended, how would we know the depth of our love for one another? What did Melody mean by that?
Do you need help with simple philosophical
Oh,
expressions?
I get it. Every time we're faced with a difficult question like that, we get sent back to the cabin.
But when we find an answer, the glimmer shows up and sends us to another story.
Yes, but where are all these questions coming from anyway? Who's giving them to us?
Somebody was like, it's time for Nikki to face some existential lessons. Like, she's been really neglecting her human homework.
We've got to focus on answering the question first. Papa and the young behemoth story isn't over yet.
Death. Love's depth. Does this mean that death's existence strengthens the power of love?
I mean, have you heard of the expression of you didn't know what you had it until you lost it?
I guess
Or
that
how there's
sounds
no
right,
joy without
but-
sorrow?
But wait, love is a miracle all on its own.
You,
Why
for
does
one
it
thing,
need
you
death
need
to measure its
something
worth?
there
Just like Papa and the young behemoth. Their love was so
to call an
deep,
emotion
and
one
death
thing.
had nothing to do with it. They could have been
You
happy
kind of
forever.
need some sort of
Isn't that better?
basis for you to go up and down from. If you went only up, that would be incredibly manic.
If life
And
lasted
probably
forever,
not very
would Papa and the
empathetic.
little one's love even exist? Papa protected the young behemoth and saved its life. That's how the two of them became each other's chosen family.
You mean if the little one could never die, Papa wouldn't have needed to save it? They might have never gotten to love
That is
one
such a weird thing to go to.
another? And the little one trying everything they could to keep Papa alive. That wouldn't have happened either?
Having
I
eternity
think I understand.
and trying to keep
think I do
the
too.
same level of
Life is so
appreciation
fragile that saving and protecting someone becomes that much more meaningful.
would honestly be quite interesting.
That's why Papa rescued
I
the
think
little
it's
one and
not
cared
love
for
that
it
you
with
would
such
be
tenderness.
fighting
And that's why the
to
little
keep
one did
exactly.
everything it could to ease
You
Papa's
would probably
pain.
be fighting against Inui itself. Like,
Death strengthened their love
after you have
in a way.
experienced everything
An
that you wanted to
inescapable end
experience
a
in
wonderful
life,
story. But that
life would
love
probably
won't
start to
die with
drag.
Papa. It'll live on
Alternatively,
forever in the young behemoth's
you would
memory.
live a life that you wouldn't want. Because you would need to
Wow.
perform a service to
That
the
makes so
community
much
that you
sense now.
frankly don't want to do. And
Maybe
life
what
would
we
drag.
really fear isn't death itself, but that the deep love we have for one another might fade away with it.
I mean, I'm pretty sure it's the heartbroken aspect that
The glimmer. It's
people
back.
fear,
Looks like we found the right answer, Nikki.
or
On that
memory of their loved ones
take a
completely
look.
disappearing. I don't think that they fear losing love in itself. That's a very weird conclusion.
The verse on the page reads,
The ground's veins began to tremble, and mottled horns sank into the fields. New green branches broke through the soil, transforming into verdant shade.
This feels like it's dragging on quite a while, even though it's not, just because of... This is like 99%
We're back.
talking.
Melody's over there.
I just come off, I listen to Nikki and
Wonder why she went into
Momo
the
have
forest.
opinions,
Let's go ask her.
and then I come back and I watch Nikki and Momo have opinions, and I go off and I watch Nikki and Momo have it's kind of a doomed circle.
Melody,
Hi.
you came back? The little one was its only concern. I just don't know how the poor thing
I
will
like
manage
that I'm
right now.
matching this place in my outfit choice.
It'll grow up strong. Love heals wounds and gives courage too, doesn't it?
I mean, if you're like 3, you can't really fend for
Humans are
yourself.
naturally independent creatures. The little one's calmed down quite a bit since you've been away.
Yeah, but like, if you're 3, you're not gonna be like an independent creature, so that kind of depends on where you are in your life cycle, doesn't it? And apparently a lot of the young ones, especially white ones, perish, so I would really challenge that thought.
Has the young behemoth really made peace with Papa's passing? I can't help but wonder if we could have done more to help.
I know the behemoth is young, but it has such a strong sense of life for its age. It's just not quite quite ready to face the truth yet.
I wish that I could
Love
put
roaming around at night,
all
chasing
this
glimmers in
chatter
the
on
woods and
fast
gazing up
forward.
at the stars. This is where
Okay,
I
let me
often
just
come to
sum
write
up
and find inspiration.
the last few moments. Melody likes behemoths. Melody has named some behemoths. Melody writes music and poems for behemoths. Now we're going with Melody to listen to a poem of hers about the behemoth. Yeah, I should find my zen and relax into this experience of a virtual funeral. I could interpret it as a modern work of art, but also it's just a lot of talking, little gameplay, and very slow movement. I feel like this whole quest could have been cut down to like 1/3 of what it is. That would probably go better. If I go there first, do you just trigger a cut? Please tell me. Thank God, I don't need to just follow her.
Melody, we're ready.
Now then, where shall I begin?
Nowhere. Nowhere would be great.
A behemoth's journey begins with separation. When they walk alone into the storm,
A human's journey begins when they walk off to college. That's when they know what it feels like to be an adult.
tell me what it means to be lonely, to be poor.
Melody, are you so coddled that you never needed to let go of your own family members? This is not skippable. I'm just gonna be skipping most of this in the video, because I have to sit through it.
The source of reincarnation comes from a time long ago, when the gods still lingered.
Oh god, no, what new information? That wasn't a random line.
And as the great one sank into
Their source of reincarnation? What?
Summer didn't leave us a question this time.
Nikki, does everything need to have a question?
So they sent us back? You know, with all this going back and forth, I see life and death pretty differently.
All you needed was a 5-minute song.
Especially after hearing Melody's poem. The way that behemoths turn into trees after death to keep protecting the forest makes Papa's death seem a lot less scary and a lot more hopeful.
You can't be turned into fertilizer to begin trees if you want to, you know?
The
That's
death of a
perfectly
behemoth
fine.
is much more poetic than a human's.
There is an
They
actual method of
vanished
burial.
just like us, that their existence would fade over time. But instead, they take root in the forest, becoming tall trees that protect the land and everything they love. Their love isn't simply memories, stories, or influence. It's much more tangible. It's a legacy filled with hope.
When you put it that way, I'm a little jealous of those behemoths.
Wait, does that mean that behemoth is only a portable
Even if
part
we
of a
don't turn
tree's
into
life
trees
cycle
after
in this
death,
world?
we have our own ways of passing things on. That's what life is all about. It's precious because it's finite. It's incredibly vibrant and worth protecting for generations to come. When you look at it that way, death doesn't seem so scary anymore. Because our lives, our loves, our thoughts, and even our civilization will live on after we pass away.
I don't think that I value my civilization all that much. The world is a
I
pretty
feel like
shit
this
place
will be
right
the
now.
last time. We'll bring this story to a close on this journey.
It landed on the manuscript. Let's go check it out.
Do we have to? Okay.
It's so quiet tonight, and the stars are so bright.
I thought only the glimmers and the starlight would accompany me tonight. Just Papa, the little one, and me, greeting the new life. These glimmers, could they just be ordinary ones? Why do you ask? It feels like they've been deliberately guiding us. Do you remember that mysterious poetry book and the glimmers we told you about?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we're in
They
it.
were the ones who brought us from the forest cabin to this place, guiding us to listen to the stories here. Whenever an unsolvable question popped up, they would send us back.
We disappeared right after you finished reciting your poem. Didn't you notice?
Disappeared? But I clearly saw you two sleeping.
Oh god.
How did you get back? When we responded to a question, the glimmers appeared again and brought us back here.
I still don't know who's asking those questions. Some of them were super hard to answer.
Next one. The meaning of life and death.
There was never a person asking at all. Maybe it was simply an echo from within. If that's truly the case, then I believe the only possible answer is that it's the land itself calling to you and blessing you. This land.
But watching something die, can you really call that a blessing?
You could probably film it and sell it online.
What we witness has never been death. Death is merely the moment when life sheds its old form and takes its first steps toward eternity. Fear, sorrow, longing, confusion. These are only the prelude to that journey. In the end, love and hope compose the everlasting verse.
The nice thing is about musings about things after death is that you can't really prove them. So, Melody, say to yourself whatever you want. Make yourself feel better. I'm spiritual too. But there is no certainty that upon life's end, it doesn't just end. So looking at death as the beginning may sometimes even be harmful because people actively seek out death sometimes when viewed that way. Banner dress, banner dress, banner dress.
Blossoms aloft, tender and soft, carried towards a new dawn.
Boop. The makeup is pretty nice though. And we did get to boop the snoot.
As the stars in the sky.
Am I a death fairy? Do I just bring death? The answer is yes. Cool, I'm the Grim Reaper. A really bizarre dress for a Grim Reaper, but yeah, sure. My teeth hurt. Wouldn't the new trees obscure the place for behemoths to sleep if they continue spawning like that? Wouldn't that circle shrink over time?
Nikki, I know we said our goodbyes, but I still feel a lingering sadness in my heart.
Is it because of the glimmers? Why does the tree that Papa became look so different from the others?
maybe it's not just the glimmers. I'd like to believe it was you who brought Hesper a new kind
I
of
booped the
goddess.
snoot and killed the guy.
It's so unique and beautiful. Now I know the young behemoth will always be able to find its papa.
That's only a tiny bit, Delulu.
Speaking of the little one, it seems Papa entrusted its care to Miss Nikki.
When did that
Is there
happen?
anything I can help with?
Momo and I don't have much experience raising critters, let alone something as special and massive as a behemoth. We wouldn't know where to start.
Let me think. I've never raised a behemoth either, but I do know a few of their habits.
Would you like a free behemoth? I have one right here. You can take
Behemoths
him.
are forest creatures and can't live too close to human settlements. I do know a good spot. Maybe we can build a behemoth sanctuary for them there.
A behemoth sanctuary?
You two can't let the little one traipse around the Elderwood Forest with you forever, can you? It just lost its family and needs a
I do have a really weird plot of land somewhere in the Sea of Stars, which is
Totally. It sounds
not
like a great idea.
in this universe, probably. Like,
Let's give this project a name.
it's a space that only Nickies
The Behemoth
can
Guardian
enter.
Project.
I am a multifaceted being,
Nikki
by
named
the
the
way. There
project,
is
I
many
wanna
of
name the
me.
sanctuary.
I could
Let's
just
call it
take him
Warm
there.
Fur Home. You know, for warm and fluffy.
Those are two wonderful names. Once the young behemoth feels a bit better, let's go visit the place together, shall we?
Yay!
Once in about 5 seconds, when the young behemoth stops grieving. You mean? We're acting like getting over a parent's death is like this entirely normal thing. I'm gonna take a picture here. Nikki, the Grim Reaper! Woo! I do like the tree. Now, mind you, it requires booping someone's snoot to death in order to get. But mission accomplished successfully. We murdered somebody into becoming a tree. So, you know, it's something to celebrate, right? This is apparently the sanctuary. Like, I'm pretty sure that we're nowhere, but I guess nowhere will do. This random field in particular.
Right here.
What kind of building do you want to do?
It feels perfect.
We can set up a warm little nest for the young behemoth with a soft mat and put its favorite food here. This
So
open
like a
space is
bird
perfect
nest?
for it to play in.
Great. Nikki, you're awake? Did
Am
we
I
do
like
one-
randomly lapsing?
Or is your poetic
In
inspiration
consciousness?
taking its time?
If Nikki's poem isn't finished yet, will the Warm for Home opening ceremony still go ahead tonight?
Whom are we throwing the ceremony to? Why does it need a ceremony?
I already have an idea. The poem will be finished soon.
Is this a nest? Is this...
There is a story here just begun.
That's cringe.
Where
Is...
find hope growing,
Is this round
peaceful the night,
ground
sweet dreams flow
a nest?
just like a melody.
I think that they're intending for it to be cute. It doesn't come off as cute to me. We done yet? We done yet? I suppose this is the time to sum things up. So this is a filler patch. It's a filler patch that's 22 days in length. I feel like it could have cut off a lot of talking. And I would say that it's mid at best. Like, there's something to keep you occupied, which is this thing, which I have very aptly named Thing. So, you know, please tell me if you called yours a thing too. Or if you're being normal and, you know, getting attached to virtual pets. I find that to be kind of difficult unless it's like a game about life simulation at large, and at that point I will be like, yeah, cats and dogs and caring for them and like breeding animals. Like in Sims I would. But in something like this, that's kind of hard for me. It's very hard for me to care about a virtual pet in something like this. I suppose at the very least this is a temporary event one. So in Life Makeover, the pet is not gonna complain if you're not gonna visit it every single day and feed it. It's just that I do absolutely have to interact with it if I want rewards this month. Because this is what this is called, like this is what this whole thing is circled around. So if I had to compare it to any other patch, I would say that the most similar patch for me would be 1.4. Because it was just a festival, you had a bit of filler activity and nothing much happened in it. Except that this time, Infold decided to quite correctly make sure that this patch is short. And secondly, make sure that we have something to do with this creature, which I don't... It's probably a positive. Like, people like having things to do. It's just that I am not particularly engaged in this creature. I will probably force it through its endings just to get some things, and then we'll look up a guide onto how to properly do all of this. The story could have definitely been shorter. It's been kind of frustrating for me at points, because it feels like Nikki was just grappling with the idea of life and death, which is... Yeah, Nikki, things die! Like, that's not something that you should have been grappling at the end of your college, which would put you at, like, what, 21, 22? Depending where you went to college, like... And when, because, like, in some countries college is longer, in other countries college is shorter, but... What I'm trying to say is that Nikki is a grown-ass adult. Death happens. It's something that you might struggle with as a child. You don't when you're a grown-ass adult. Yet this whole storyline is just, well, death happens. I didn't really get any emotional investment from this. So, if I was to rate this, I would say that it's a C for me. 5 out of 10. It's a mid-patch. I don't feel offended by it, but I don't feel any particular way about it. I just accept it as a filler patch. Like, if there was any time when I would need to look back at all the patches, I would say it is fine if we just don't count this one. It's here to give us something to do for 22 days. And also it has reruns, and that's nice. And there's gonna be one more rerun releasing, and that's nice. I don't feel anything about this patch. It's not like, oh my god, amazing patch, but it's also not like, I'm angry with this patch. I have no feelings towards this patch. Would be my review of this patch. Yeah. So, how are you guys finding this patch? Are you guys like super engaged in grooming and raising and playing with this thing? I imagine somebody's gonna be. Imagine there's probably gonna be quite a few people in the community that will be like, yeah, oh my god, this is like so much fun. This is exactly what I wanted in Infinity Nikki. It's just, it's not me at all. And maybe somebody's gonna be like, oh yeah, it's great that there was like a lot of talking happening in the story, but for me it was like, Nikki, you're grappling with the idea of death far too late, and it's just, it was a bit meh. That's my whole feelings about it. Mediocre. C tier. But also, it's only here to fill in 22 days. So, I'm fine with it. Why am I talking in circles? Anyway, please tell me how you felt about the patch, whether you found it to be good or whether you found it to be bad. Thank you so much for watching. I hope I'm gonna see you on my other videos, and thank you so much for my Patreon supporters. You have funded like all of my purchases today. And I hope that I'm gonna see you in my other videos. Toodaloo for now.